and people will be at work, right? So I said, okay, let me push this live stream to afternoon, at least to noon, when you guys are a little bit on break or something, or lunch break, or you know, you want to just peep into your phone and just get your head calmed. Okay, that's by the way. If you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Asma'u, and thank you so much for tuning in. All right, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Meanwhile, yesterday's eviction show, like live eviction show, that there wasn't any eviction because last week, Monday, the head of house, which is Ruboy, cancelled all nominations. That was what he chose from that three of trinkets. I'm telling you. And even Ibuka said that it looks like the housemates did not even give Ruboy his deserved accolade. I said it. I said, these people supposed to lie down for grant. Tell Ruboy, thank you. Did they know what Ruboy did for them? Especially people like Ivata. Did she know what that guy did for her? Because 2 weeks at a row, she has been at the bottom three. If not for anything, Ivata would have gone home if she's up, right? She would have gone home this week. That was yesterday if there was any eviction. But because there wasn't any eviction, she was in that house and she was just, oh God, have mercy. Too much of everything is bad. And I felt sorry for Manson because there's nothing as annoying as you and someone had a friendship, and in that friendship, you guys were free with each other. And then when there's an issue, that situation comes up and it is now turned upside down. It is now something that, because we watched these two people on screen at the beginning. I wouldn't say they had a chemistry, but I would say they had a relationship. Like, not necessarily, I would say it was romantic, but I just knew Sha that they had a very good rapport. They were cool with each other, they were free with each other, right? They were friends, I would say at that time that they were in good terms. But boom, from nowhere, serious issues came up. Even while they were busy ranting back and forth yesterday, I can't categorically place my hand on what the issue between Ivata and Nelson is. Because when he was even trying to talk, and it was obvious that that thing really bothered him, because yesterday you could see all throughout he wasn't himself. We know Manson. Now Manson is a very loud guy. Manson is a very active guy. Manson is a very vibrant guy. Pressure. But yesterday I was finding difficult to see who that person was. He was so worried. He was so disturbed. I understand. He said he has a career path. He's a lawyer, right? He's into the legal profession. And he was like, there are certain things he can't say. Do you understand? In order not to tarnish his image as well. But it was really, really, I felt for him, but in as much as him too say, sometimes when we give fault here, we should also give, it takes two to tango. Do you understand? So I really don't know what happened, and it deteriorated to that point. And the thing about Manson is that he plays a lot, and people like that, they can easily be misunderstood. That's the problem. See, people that play a lot, they can easily be misunderstood because they like, how do I say, they might not necessarily take things too serious. What you might be taking serious, they might not necessarily take it too serious. So I look at people like Manson. Personally, I can't be friends with people like Manson, to be honest with you, because me, I'm a very serious person. Yeah. So if you're a very serious person, you can't be friends with someone like Manson, because Manson he's very jovial, and that can easily get on people's nerves. So I really don't know what exactly it is, because he is claiming that Ivata wanted a sheep. She wanted from him, and he said no because he has a very serious relationship outside. I remember last week or so he was talking about even settling down. He was like, when he gets what he wants in place, boom, he's going to settle down immediately. So he wouldn't, because of this show, come and spoil what maybe him and that lady, his girlfriend outside, have worked for years. So he wouldn't come and destroy it. But my question, which nobody can answer me, is why is Avatar so bitter like this? Like, he's now looking like rejection, because even yesterday I said it. I said, let me speak from a female point of view. Was she rejected? Because women, the truth is that we're not good with rejection. Hey, because it takes courage to actually express yourself to a guy. Then when the guy rejects you, God have mercy. is painful. She's acting like someone that was rejected, but that's by the way. Now, moving on to the next activity after the eviction show that was not, there was no eviction actually. Mide was speaking with Bright, though I'll just say it at random. Mide was speaking with Bright about what Ebuka asked her because yesterday Ebuka scattered. Hey, God, at this point, the table is pieces. Eh? Yesterday, I was even telling people that see, people should be careful what you wish for because sometimes when Ebuka over break this table, there will be problem. All of us will now suffer it too because a lot of the housemates will now, I don't know, their re-strategization might not be what we want. If you know what you guys I'm talking about now, um, you can see the conversation between Bright and Mide was now feeling guilty. But my question is, Mide, when she was talking, and you know, when Mide is talking about Dede, like I'm not saying that she owes Dede anything. I'm not saying she owes Dede anything, but the way Mide talks about Dede, you now wonder, like, because their friendship, though sometimes some of these housemates will always tell us that what we see on television is exaggerated. But what we see, or let me say, what me I see from someone that watches this show to talk about it, I see me Dede um like looking at Mide as a friend. I don't know if I'm trying to say it because she has even told Big Brother that Mide is her girl, like Mide is her friend. Right? So when Mide even was telling Kola and Bright that it was Dede that walked up to her for a friendship, I was a bit taken aback by that revelation. But I still didn't want to make any I still didn't want to create any issue out of that revelation because it was strange that you guys are friends with this girl, isn't it? Do you have to go and tell Bright and Collar that this girl was one that came and approached you? It was not looking as if Dede is. I don't know what point she's trying to make. Do you know? For me, if not because Mide has even been talking too much to Collar, hmm, there are some things that Collar wouldn't dare say about Dede. But Mide sort of made it easy for him. Like, because okay, see where Mide told Kola that as soon as he walked into the house, that Dede said she likes him. Hello, that Dede said she likes him. So she's now trying to tell. But at some point, it's like Kola wanted to give up pursuing Dede, right? But Mide kept telling him to keep going, that Dede is just proving hard to get, that but she likes him. Like there was just, I don't know if it's their game anyway, but there was just something about Mide's conversation with Kola that didn't come off like a friend. Like, right? You know, because okay, let's say what is definition of friendship? For me, definition of friendship is loyalty, trust, honesty, right? Accountability, because of course, in every relationship, there's bound to be issues, right? And when we have issues as friends, I expect accountability. If I'm at fault, I'll accept my fault and apologize to you. Now, yesterday, low key, Mide wanted to go and have a conversation with Dede because, of course, Dede was just sitting there, she and Queen. They were just having a long conversation. Queen sort of felt bad after the live eviction show yesterday, and I didn't really know why he was feeling that way. But during the live eviction show, he stood on his game. Like, I love his facial expressions, right? But afterwards, I noticed he was a little bit down, and I loved the fact that Dede sticked by him. That was just the thing I loved about, in as much as the Dede and the Queen's friendship too has some kind of common and full stop, but let's just say bygones are bygones, right? Let's just talk of the current situation. They seem to be very cool. I'm not trying to say Dede too is a saint or Dede to get her own for body, but there was some sort of way that Mide kept talking about Dede, especially to Bright and Kola. It didn't look like she was on Dede's side. It didn't look like she was Dede's friend. I said it on several occasions, in as much as I was being careful talking around that topic with Media and Dede, because I don't know what Media's intentions are, but it was looking somehow, not until the day she said it was Dede that came after her, and she was not trying to prove a point that Dede is not controlling her. I don't know, like, you know, the friendship dynamic, it looks like Dede is the one in charge telling Media what to do, and Media is trying to tell people that she's on her own, which I love the fact that she sort of decided to be her own individual. Because the truth at the beginning was that she was sort of put in the same brackets with Dede, the same hate and the same the same hate and the same bad mouth that they were bad mouthing Dede was sort of rubbing off on Mide, which I kind of understood at that point. But when you have a friend and you accept the friendship, there's a certain level of sacrifice you make. Like, let me speak for myself. I had a friend. I used to have a friend that was, I know she's my friend. Yeah, I know she had those traits that people were talking about. But because she's my friend and because my herself and myself have a very good relationship, I still had to look for a way to make excuses for her. In as much as sometimes I hate that friendship that you'll be enabling your friend and all that. But in this case of Media and Dede, it's not that deep. And the truth is that Dede actually even advised Media against Bright. I'm even scared for Media this week how it's going to be, because moving on to the next conversation, I hope I have trashed this Media's own properly, is the fact that Isabella is trying to create drama. You know, Ebuka told them that they have slack, and I don't know why Isabella, for whatever reason, she feels that that line that Ebuka dropped about some of them dulling and all, she just took it personal. Although why she took it personal was because Ebuka asked her about Kanikumi and her actions, and I don't know what happened to Isabella. She has been smoking like mad. I don't get it. Like, honestly, I don't know if it's so unfortunate for her. The cameras have always been showing her when she's boozing. I don't get it. What is happening? And she looks like someone that is going through a lot and is trying to hide it under cigarettes. But that's by the way. Like last week, I said her diary session, she even moved me. She got me emotional where she said, on her son's birthday, Biggie should play her a song. You always like that one moved me. I'll not lie to you. And Isabella energy really, really reduced. Truth be told, but we're in for this week. If Isabella is truly, and Isabella, knowing Isabella that I know small inside her house, Isabella tends to keep to her words. Now her eye is on Bright. Her eye is fixated on Bright. And low key, come, people should tell me when the Sultana and Isabella become this close. Yeah, like, well, I'm liking their vibe. Oh, to be honest with you, I'm not like you. I'm liking their vibe, and Big Soso is also also an instigator in this part, because this is it. This is what that was like. I think 2 days ago or so, there was a small meeting between Soso, Big Soso, Isabella, and Sultana, and the meeting is on top of Bright and Mide. Isabella wants to become an asunder, which I don't have an issue with that. You know what? You see this, what do they call it? All these ships in Big Brother house. I used to like them more. Let me don't even say I used to. I still like it, though, low key. But sometimes I like when the thing is being rattled, when it's shaken. Because did you bring the person from outside? You know, the way this, especially the ladies, because the guys don't feel so entitled like that, is the ladies when they're in a ship with the guy, the way they feel like they married the guy and brought him to the house. Or I don't get it. He doesn't belong to you. But I feel for me, though, if Isabella succeed in and for the longest of time, it looks like Bright is is in need of a triangle. If Isabella succeeds in cracking through Bright, hmm, it go red for Media, because Media has built her life around Bright. See, yesterday when she was even looking for Matt's space for she was looking for Matt's space for she and Bright, everything for she and Bright. Like, Media has literally forgotten that she came into that house to look for 150 million. It's like she finding Bright. It's like that is her 150 million. Abi, people should correct me if I'm wrong. Oh. And it's weird when Mide in her small head. I don't know that it's because of that closed space that they are. That is making Mide feel like she has gotten Bright's heart, like she has caught his heart, literally, like she has shifted his attention from his girlfriend outside to her. Because Media even had the guts to say that when Bright is talking about his girlfriend outside, he's not really excited. He's not really. So in her head, oh God, how old is she, Self again? Oh, Media. That's by the way. All right, one revelation for the night, for yesterday's night, was Sultana and Jason J's conversation. By the way, Sultana won the head of house. It was a huge tournament. Honestly, she really worked hard for it. It was tough, and she made it right. And she's the new head of house, though we don't know if she's going to be able to keep her title for the week, because there comes that ugly head of house challenger. Even me at this point, I'm beginning to hate that head of house challenger game, but that's by the way, a game is a game, all right? Now, the conversation. I have seen that comment. I think probably it should be maybe in Frankly Speaking with Glory. I think it should be on her channel, or I think it should be on her channel because I watch her a lot, right? I saw a comment where someone was saying that Sultana should leave Queen alone, Abi should leave Jason J alone. Jason J is a young, fresh boy. She's a divorcee with two children. To be honest with you, when I saw that comment, I just thought that look at them, indie haters. I didn't think that it was true because when other women were talking about being mothers and all of that, Sultana never mentioned, even in her so-called friendship or her bestie with Gigi Jasmine. She never opened up to Gigi Jasmine. You see Gigi Jasmine talking about her son, but Sultana has never opened her mouth to say she's a mom. God, what just entered my eye? She has never opened her mouth to say she's a mom. Do you understand? She, you know, and with the way she's so free, like I'm not trying to say just because you're a mom you won't be free, no, but there's something motherhood does to women. Like, when as a woman, when you become a mom, you see yourself more as a role model because you have a child. So you feel like you need to live your life as an example. As at least most mothers, you understand, because some mothers they no care, they get cois, but most mothers, especially African mothers, there's that you have automatically become a role model, you've become a moral compass for someone, for your child, for your children, right? So the way Sultana is just free, one wouldn't think that, but that's by the way. Yesterday when she said that thing, God, I was shocked. But I'm glad she said it. I'm very, very glad she said it. You know why? Because haters will always be haters. Already they are using that as as like envy. Just she being on that Big Brother show. I hope a lot of people will be very angry because everyone knows that Big Brother platform is a very huge platform that will teleport you or will catapult you if you already have an ambition. Big Brother show will help you catapult that ambition. And it's just there for you to be on your game. Now, so there will be a lot of haters on the road. There will be a lot of enemies on the road. And if you look at Sultana comes up to me like someone that we know it's a game. She's playing a game, but anyhow, inside that game, you still see a little bit of personality. Now, Sultana for me looks like someone that we not we not what will I say? We not stress herself for someone, will not like sort of give herself away to make someone feel comfortable. So I see Sultana as someone that can just walk away from any relationship or just walk away from any situationship that doesn't serve her. Or so people like that we easily make enemies. Like, if you know what I'm trying to say to you, guy, if you're not a as bootlicker, you easily make it. So Sultana for me does not come off like a bootlicker. So it's normal that people like that are going to make a lot of enemies. Do you understand? And coming on a huge global international platform like Big Brother Niger, obviously haters will want to come and hate, will want to come and talk. I remember the time of Sophie Momodu when she was on Real Housewives of Lagos. You could see people coming out to try and air some kind of dirty laundry they claim they have about her. So to me, when I saw those comments about Sultana, I just felt that haters have come. Do you understand? Indie haters have come. They have started coming to show themselves. But when Sultana said it yesterday, I froze. I was shocked. I was just like, it was paining me when Big Brother was just moving the camera. I'm like, what is this? Even when, who was it that even came, Bright or who? I don't know. Who came to her? I've forgotten who came to her to come. Okay, no. When Big Soso came to ask her if the housemates could take blanket or something like that, right? And okay, and then I think that Soso too. Also, I don't know if it's, I can't remember, but so came and asked her, I think, about okay, tissue that Rude Boy said he wanted tissue. And I think Bright or who, I don't know, or someone I can't really remember came to ask if she can take blanket. And now, do you know all those interjections, all those disruptions? I was like, oh, you guys should just leave these people alone. Sure, you understand? Like the conversation was deep that I was really interested in that conversation. I was so interested in that conversation. And I'm glad she said it as it is. She was married off at the age of 15. It's so unfortunate. And she has two kids. I think, if I'm not mistaken, she said her first is 9 years. I think it's the second one. I didn't hear how old the second one was, but I heard clearly the first one is 9, and they are both females. And you could see when she was talking about them for the very first time, I saw a different person. Hi! Ebuka really shake table yesterday to a point that he brought out the soft side of Sultana because she said the way Jason J answered the question. Okay, this was the question actually. Ebuka was asking Jason J about the nature of his relationship with Sultana, and Jason J said they can't go beyond whatever it is they have, and that thing pained Sultana because he sort of struck a chord where initially she was trying to twist the talk by saying her friend, but I knew it was her. She was trying to twist it and said she had a friend that is a single mom, and when she's in a relationship, she overgives, she overcompensates, she sacrifices too much in the relationship just because she's a single mom. So initially she started that her friend thing, but I think along the line, I just knew Sultana was talking about herself. Do you understand? Because it's so deep like that. Who is there? All this. So now, when she first started as my friend. You understand that she has a friend that is a single mom, but you could tell that as she was talking, I don't think it was her friend, it was she herself. But along the line, I think she now deviated that my friend thing and just openly told Jason J that this, and he struck a chord because he brought back the fact that being a single mom or a divorcee or a whatever has this emotional stress on you that you feel the need to overcompensate or overgive in your relationship because you think this part of your life has sort of reduced your worth or value. Like, I know where she's going. A lot of you, if you're on social media, especially TikToks, when you go to all those open platforms where people just mount their camera on a live stream talking about topics that even they themselves do not have idea, or they don't even have filter in their mouth, they talk anyhow. You know, one thing with this social media space, everybody, even me, I should be, I have a microphone in front of me. Everybody can afford a microphone now. And then the problem is that um there's no ethical consideration, there's no ethical value in information now. There's a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and there is a lot of um um what will I say? People just talk anyhow. That's the truth. And because they are being enabled with views. And at the end of the day, I believe that today, even if Lucifer comes and open a social media page, Lucifer, we have fans, we have diehard followers. So one thing I know for sure is no matter who you are and whatever message you bring up, you will always have followers, you will always have supporters, you will always have fans. You get. So for me, I think for the longest of time, the social media space has sort of promoted a certain level of toxicity and a high level of gender war that resulted in one thing or the other, which yesterday when Sultana was talking about it, I totally understood where she was coming from. Being a single mom, you need to overcompensate and all of that and all of that and all of that and all of that. But there were some details that she was giving that for me was not necessary, but that's by the way. I don't, that's by the way. I really don't know why she was talking about under there where people don't even realize that she has had kids. But I think for me, when Jason J, which there was a for me, there was I think a miscommunication there where Jason J was saying it didn't show on her that she has two kids already. And she now was mistaking it for another angle. A much more deeper angle, and she was busy explaining that a lot of people don't even know because she had the kids via C-section. There was and even when she was telling Jason J, you could tell that Jason J did not even understand what she was saying. You understand? It took him a while to understand what she was trying to say. Do you understand? He was saying a different thing and she was equally saying a different thing. I think he was talking based on her physical appearance. She doesn't look like a mom of two. But she, Kuma, she was talking based on an intimate level whereby but that's by the way. All of those things to me doesn't matter. Do you understand? The fact is every woman should know their worth. And I am so happy that Sultana said it herself. And there's nothing as good as hearing it from the horse's mouth. There's nothing as good as hearing the story from the mouth of the owner. So at least haters now will go and rest more. Like I don't know why people just feel, well, that's by the way, Sha. Let me don't even stress my head. So conversations going back and forth. Meanwhile, Isabella also still stretched her mission on trying to come in between Bright and Midday to call her, and Caller was busy begging her not to do that. I'm like, see this one, see this one, see this one. Midday is too sweet. I don't see this one. Midday is I beg Isabella, go and do what you want to do, Jerry. As in, I wish I could even talk like Isabella hear what I don't, because I don't know from I don't know. I used to be a sheep lover, but I don't know why of recent, even me now, the sheep definitely enter my eye again. I don't even care about the sheep anymore. Then back to Faith and Joanna. Hmm. I was saying it yesterday. Who noticed that Faith is suddenly smiling more? Faith is gradually looking at himself, checking himself out. Imagine on Saturday, Faith was saying that he noticed that that costume that they gave him was really nice on him. Ha 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 ha. You know, even the other day that on Friday, I mean, was it no, on Saturday that people gave them access to the salon. Faith had to go and trim. Who have noticed that Faith is beginning to, I don't know. There's just this sweet side of Faith that is beginning to show. I don't know if it's only me that is noticing it, but let's just keep watching. No, let's keep watching. And I don't get what Jason J is trying to do with Joanna, but let's just say he's just trying to be familiar with her, or he's just trying to like. I don't get it. What I don't know. Like I said at the beginning of this show, but most of the guys don't have any game plan. Their game plan is creating triangle. And if these ladies do not dance to that game plan, more nothing for them. And that is why you see people like Victory and all of that, they all went out. Nothing for them. Oh. So I don't understand what Jason is trying to do. But my own, I'm so glad again that Sultana did not choose Jason J. And you know, even him, that into pained him. Like, I don't know if it's me that saw it, but when Sultana won the head of house and chose Big Soso, you could see the thing touch Jason J small. And hence the reason I think what prompted that conversation that they now sat down they were having by the poolside. I don't know why Jason J felt it. You see, men, if I talk now, people now see and be waiting. I know it's both ways. Let me don't just singular before because me I'm against gender wars. But there's something with human beings. The moment they notice you love them, I don't know why people try to weaponize the love that you have for them. Why now? Why do people try to weaponize your love for them? If now I just showed one fine guy here now that I love him, nah, wahala go dey. The guy will just start misbehaving, will not think that he can just take advantage of your love. And like of recent, I don't know what happened to me. Oh. Of recent, I now became addicted to all these K dramas. I think they chop my data these days online. I just became addicted to these K dramas. Like I'm trying my best to stop because I have a lot of things in front of me better than K dramas. Do you understand? Now there's something I noticed in that K dramas when these men are I don't know, have the women that love them, the confidence, the audacity, the F13. I know it's female, but you see things like this still happen in real life. No, though not as exaggerated as in the movies. But I've noticed that in my life. If you love, and that thing happens more with men than women. I'm not trying to say women don't do that. So women also do that. That's why I just have to generalize human beings in general, right? But maybe because I'm a female, maybe because I'm a woman, so I tend to see what men we do more than what women we do, right? The moment you just show someone that you love them, the kind of things they will even be asking you, the kind of favors or whatever, I won't even say favors, the kind of entitlement that will just spring up all in the name of love. That thing they scatter my head. Now, I don't know why Jason J was feeling entitled to Salty choosing him to be behind the head of house lounge. And then one very important thing again, this week is a minimalistic week. Hell! Did you people see what Big Brother is doing to these housemates? They don't have access to the cushions anymore. The cushions on the lounge, they don't have access to it. They now want to bring them bench, some wooden chairs like this. Even the dining, they don't have access to the dining anymore. Even the beds, they don't have access to beds. They gave them mats, minimalistic lifestyle. God have mercy. Media at the beginning was trying to complain and all that. Oh, but you see, Rude Boy was just shutting all of them down. They were like, guys, what's up with you guys? You guys think you came here to play? Media was like, but this thing has not happened in any season before. Why didn't they tell? They didn't tell them things like this will happen. I'm like, Media. I said when media, it was Rude Boy that shot her. I don't know who again brought that issue back again. Was it Tracy or who? I don't know. I can't remember who was talking about it. Rude Boy still shot her down again. Meanwhile, the house snail after the head of house tax was actually Joanna, and I don't know why she's wearing that her snail costume. with pride. Her own is different from what we did all last week, right? So basically, that is it on the activities that happened after the live eviction show yesterday night. So many things happened, and I was able to come and relate what I was able to remember because so many things happened. So, in fact, this season, the cameraman is trying. Let us don't abuse them. They are really trying, honestly speaking. And there was one thing again I wished that yesterday. I don't know. And Thelma gives me one ache like that. She has this me syndrome. Do you understand about what I mean by me syndrome? She wants everything to be all about her. Imagine yesterday when Manson was trying to talk to her. For me, I felt that I don't even know what she went to do. Maybe she in her head she's going to go and give Manson listening. I don't really know what she went to do there, but Manson was trying to explain what was going on between him and Ivata. He was just trying to, you know, offload his own concerns as well, or his own issues with Ivata. And I don't know, every step of the way, Thelma had to make sure she made everything about herself. Now that's what I mean by Thelma has a me syndrome, me syndrome. Every step of the conversation, Thelma had to look for a way to send it back to her. I remember one time like that, I was dragging my ex on Instagram. I'm a public figure. Like, allow this boy talk. Give him moments. Allow him talk. Like, Thelma did not allow this boy to talk. If at some point she made the boy felt frustrated. At some point, the boy just was looking at her like this. She made sure she made everything about her. Any step of the way about her. About her. When you first the first answer you gave, you belittled her, you made her feel little, but later on you started, now even me, this is what happened to me, and I'm like, Thelma. Well, that's by the way, but I felt for Manson though. Today I've not sat down to watch the show. So after this live stream, I'll just go and see. Because I don't know how Manson is doing today. Because yesterday you could tell he went to bed very sad. Very, very sad. And by the way, that yesterday, even during the live nomination show, he told Big Ebuka that he wanted an apology, like that Ivata needs to take back the things she said with an apology, right? And that thing made her flared up. Like, this girl was so mad. She kept saying, Manson doesn't know how to treat women. That was what I said at the beginning of this my live stream, that guys like Manson, we come off not gentlemen because they play a lot, they joke a lot. And sometimes people that joke a lot, for me, I think they lack boundaries and they can be very offensive in some cases. But in the case of Ivata and Manson, they were friends. And for a moment, I think she was comfortable with that play. It's just now that things have gone south. And now she's now trying to make it all about, she's low-key trying to say the guy harassed her sexually, if you guys know what I'm trying to say here. But that's by the way, let me end this live stream here. I don't want it to be too long so that you can, those that will watch it will be able to rewatch it. This is 33 minutes already. Please don't forget to give this stream a thumbs up. Very important. Algorithm helps. I don't know. I saw people coming in and out, and I really appreciate you guys in as much as you didn't say hi. I understand probably you're in the office and you cannot. And thank you very much. I appreciate your presence here. But please, when you're replaying or rewatching this, kindly give the stream a thumbs up. Very, very important. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I hope you like what you're seeing here. Thank you so much and hope to see you soon. Bye.